I'm Laura. I did the International Summer Campus at Korea University in the summer of 2019. I'm just going to tell you a little bit about my experience, how I felt, just like the real lowdown on it. Because when I was like deciding on whether or not I wanted to go, I had no idea what to expect. I was honestly really terrified when I showed up on campus because I didn't have any clue. I tried so hard to scour the internet to try and find like any people who like posted or like who maybe like vlogged their experience, and yeah, I found nothing. I just really want to make this video to help other people who are like unsure whether or not they want to go, so stay tuned. One of the big things that like KU like emphasizes is that like it's like the college experience, and honestly I can vouch for that as being very accurate because you're pre-college, but they essentially treat you like any other like college student. So I'm just gonna start with day one. So day one, you're getting to the dorms. The flight is 13 hours long. KU offers like people who can come pick you up from the airport and take you to the dorms, which is what I did. And the buses, I believe, ran like once every hour or once every half hour, something like that. I think there were like 2 buses going back and forth depending on like when people were arriving. But there's lots of stuff to do in the airport if you have to wait, get some drinks, get some water, get a meal. Yeah, there's plenty of things to do. And from there, you and a ton of other students that are like arriving around the same time, you get all packed in a bus and you drive to KU, you drive to campus. I really recommend trying to like find people that like interest you and like sitting with them, near them, like make friends in that time. Like I met a couple of people in that time frame who were like arriving at the same flights as me. And I look a little older, so I don't think many people like realize that I was a pre-college student. But either way, it's a really good like opportunity to get to like meet some people. Obviously a lot of them are going to be college students because it primarily is something that's like with universities that they do as like an exchange sort of thing, like travel abroad. So I would keep that in mind when you're like seeing all these people. Like I was terrified. I had no idea how many people were going to be pre-college students. I had no idea, like I didn't have any like preconceived notions of like what to expect. Like I was literally so scared, but it's okay. I was actually so glad I went by the end of it. But that first day was really scary because you're getting to the dorms. I was like, I don't speak Korean. If you speak Korean, you're already like 10 times better off. I lived in the other dorm. So once I got all settled in, I met my roommate. She was a college student, but there are some people that, some pre-college students got grouped up together, but the majority of us all got like college students as our roommates. That first night I unpacked, I got everything, we met each other, we talked to each other. I think it's really important to just like talk to your roommate that first day because you guys don't know who each other is until like the day of when you're getting there. So on the second day is orientation, and I think orientation was really fun, really nice. You get to like go in groups of people. I personally didn't go to the entire like orientation. I went to like the first half of the ceremony, but I didn't go afterwards when people like go and met and ate with their buddies. And looking back, I really wish that I would have like stayed for that. I had left to go with my sister to go get like a phone plan for me, which I highly recommend. Like I cannot stress this enough. Having cellular service is like so helpful. It comes in handy so much. I highly recommend going to that because you can meet a lot of other people. After that opening ceremony, you're able to go have a meal with other pre-college students, and I highly recommend going because this is where you're going to meet other people who are in the same boat as you, and you start to realize that there's a lot more of you than you realize. As far as being like a pre-college student as opposed to just a college student, obviously we're all minors, we're all underage, so they sit you down, they're telling you like a ton of like rules, we're having this meal, and just like really basic stuff. But like all in all, that's pretty much like the only interaction you're gonna have with like that like leadership team for us pre-college students, unless something's like were to go wrong. But yeah, you're pretty much like on your own, which can be kind of scary to a certain extent, but like it really does give you that college experience. Like they're not joking when they say that. Like you're in charge of your own studying habits, you're in charge of like your meals, you're in charge of like when you're going to bed, you're like, they're not like watching over you. They don't just like come in every now and then. But that being said, if something like happens, like they're there to help you. My friend, he lost his credit card. Like, he didn't know what to do. He was terrified. He was like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? I don't have any money. He went to the office. He went like, hey, I need help. I lost my credit card. I don't know what to do. And they helped him open an account with a bank in Korea so that like he was still able to like receive funds from his family and not have to like rely on us solely. So we only really like did that for like a couple of days, but rest assured that if like something goes wrong and like you need help, they're gonna be there to help you. Definitely recommend going to that like luncheon, whatever you want to call it, because like you will meet so many people. I met so many great friends in like that day alone. We made like a really big like cacao chat. Okay, meal plan. I personally didn't get a meal plan. If you're waking up really early, I recommend, you know, maybe getting a meal plan, but especially for like lunch and dinner, I recommend kind of going out with like friends or, you know, even just by yourself and like exploring the city and the different foods. Yeah, I definitely would like, I wouldn't like try to stay only in the cafeteria, although there is a place on campus that I didn't find until towards the end of my like term, I guess. So if you go down into like the main campus where you'd go for classes primarily, you'll know what I mean when you get there. But if like from that entrance of that building, if you like walk diagonally, there's like another building, and if you go up through those stairs and you keep going and you turn left, there's like this really good cafe. They have really good food. I would always go there after class once I like found out about it. It's amazing, it's delicious. Making friends. So yeah, how we had that group chat with all the different pre-college people, like a lot of people would be like, hey, let's meet up. Anybody want to go eat dinner? Anybody want to go eat lunch? Anybody want to go to blank 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 with me? I think when it comes to like making friends throughout this entire process is really not being afraid to get out of your comfort zone. You have to really put yourself out there. So if somebody says, hey, anybody want to go grab dinner, like go to dinner with them, go with a ton of people. You should even be the one to like send out that message of like, hey, who wants to go grab some bulgogi with me, and you guys can go eat some bulgogi and, you know, talk about like what brought you to KU, where you're from, what you like to do, what your classes are. So I just really recommend like just like try and talk to everybody you meet, the people in your classes, even the college students. Like, they're not gonna hurt you. A lot of them, they see us like their little siblings, really, because, you know, like we're younger, we're not, they're like, oh, you're going, this is like such a scary thing for you, or, you know, just like don't be afraid to talk to them. Like they're not scary. It's fine. Like, you know, we're all just people, and it's really awesome to make friends from like everywhere. I have a friend now from like France, another one from Japan, another one from Korea. Like, just talk to people and don't be afraid. Give out your cacao, give out your Snapchat, give out your WhatsApp, give out your Instagram. Like, just don't be afraid and you'll make friends, I promise. Like, don't be afraid with all of this. Like, it can be scary, but I promise you it's so fun and it's so worth it. I guess in terms of classes, like, it is like a college course, like the classes that you're taking. So definitely, like, you know, take them seriously. Like, there's college credit up for grabs, you know, and I'm sure that's probably one of the reasons why you chose KU as opposed to like any other summer programs. So yeah, definitely take advantage of that. Don't slack off on your grades. It's really fun to be out and about in Seoul, you know, whether you're gonna go eat some yummy food or go take pictures at like some really beautiful places. Definitely don't slack on your classes because it's college credit. I mean, you know, you gotta put those grades in to get them out. And at KU, there's like if you get all A's for 2 or more classes, then you can like get like a partial refund. It's supposed to be like a scholarship, but it's kind of like a reverse scholarship because you get it at the end. But yeah, if you keep your grades up, you can actually get some money back, which is really awesome. So you should definitely go after it. And if you're gonna do a language course, if you're gonna do like the Korean language course, I would really recommend like gauging where you're at in terms of like your language skills with Korean, because essentially you do like this placement test and it's honestly really kind of scary. Like, you go and you have to go to this like hall, right, and you go to like the top floor and there's like this really big like auditorium and all these seats like going down, And so as you go in, you tell them your name, and they give you like a piece of paper, and you're just supposed to write down all the Korean you know. Like, that's it. You write down all the Korean you know. And so once you're done, you like get up, you go, and then you're like sent off to wait in a line. Or like you're given like a room number, and it might be on a different floor, it might be on the same floor. So you go to the room number and you just wait in line, and there's like people, like students going in one by one into a classroom. And when you go in, there is a like teacher, like a professor, who is like trying to talk to you in Korean, see like you know, gauge what you know. I mean, it's a placement test. They want to know like where you're at in terms of like your language skills. But I didn't know any Korean, so for me that entire thing was terrifying. Literally all I could say was 안녕하세요, 로라입니다. That was it. I could just say hi, I'm Laura. So the placement test is kind of scary and kind of hard, but if you already have like a basic understanding of like Korean and Hangul and yeah, just like a general understanding of all of that, I think you'll be okay. Once you figure out like your classes and like your friends, and you know, like it's really fun. It's really fun. Like going to KU was honestly one of the best decisions I ever made. I almost went to on a different program, like a different like summer like language immersion program, and I was kind of bummed out that I didn't go on that like right before I left for KU. I was like, oh, I should have chosen that one. Why am I going to Korea? I'm not even that like into Korea. Like it's cool, but like it's not really for me. That's more my sister's thing. But I wholeheartedly am so glad that I made the decision that I made and that I went to KU, because it was honestly such like, it was really the experience of a lifetime. Yeah, I'm really glad that I went. I'm really thankful that I went, that I was even able to have the opportunity to go, because it was really just like the experience of a lifetime. I think I'm gonna end the video there. If you guys have like any more questions, or if you guys want any like specific advice, I know like this whole decision thing on like the idea of like going to like a completely different country can be like scary for some people. So yeah, if there's something I didn't cover that you were really interested in, like send me a message or just leave a comment down below, and I will be more than willing to help you out with all of this, you know, give you like some more perspective on stuff, and just yeah. So yeah, I really hope this helped at least like one person. If this helped at least one person, I will be so glad that I made this video, because I know I was so lost when I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do, or when I was actually like already confirmed to go. But yeah, I loved KU. I don't regret that experience at all. I felt safe the entire time. Oh, I guess I'll just throw this at the end for like parents or people who are maybe watching to figure out whether or not they're okay with their kid going. Seoul is like one of the safest countries ever. The only like dangerous part of like Korea, I would say, is if like people are going out to like clubs and stuff, but like being under 19, like that's nothing to worry about. Like Seoul is really safe. Like I can honestly say, as like a girl who would like, I would walk around like at night and feel fine. I'd feel totally fine. It was something that I can't really say here in the US. In the US, I'll be terrified to walk at nighttime, but I never felt like scared or anything walking around in Seoul. Although that being said, it is important that you don't walk around alone at night. That's just like a general like rule of thumb, you know, like safety precaution to take. But yeah, Seoul's really safe. I highly recommend it. You know, it's a great place to like send your kid. Like, you know, like you learn a lot. I learned so much about the Korean culture. It's amazing. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. The people are beautiful. The country's beautiful. The language is beautiful. It's just a beautiful country. So yeah, I really recommend KU for you and your students, or I guess you, the student, and like to your parents. I really recommend this for your kids. It's just a really great experience, and I keep saying that like it was a great experience, but like it really was just amazing. It really was. But yeah, if you have any more questions, like feel free to reach out or comment. And yeah, I hope this video helped. So yeah, if you're going, have fun at KU, and yeah. Bye.